Hello guys, and for those of you that don't know me, my name is Richard and this is my channel, Richard's Archery Reviews. Today we're going to go through the wildcat bow that retails for £60 from Bow Sports. With that £60 you get a handle or razor, limbs, string and your arrow rest. Okay, so these are made in Italy by a company called Ragum. They're an all wood setup, you know, so they're really nice and smooth, and they've got the UK attachment on them, which is the screw. So I'm not going to string this one up, because I'm just getting over COVID, which has been a bit of a fight. But yeah, we're going to have a look through this. We're going to put the limbs on. This is a 70 length bow, and the limbs are rated at 26 pulling pounds. These are your basic entry level bows. These are for your beginners. A lot of clubs use these, so if you go to a club or something like that, you'll see these used quite a lot. You know, they're a really good place to start if you're does help if I put it the right way, doesn't it? You know, so yeah, these are a very, you know, cheap place, good place to start if you don't want to spend a lot of money. But you know, they still do, you know, a really good job. You know, saying that, when you're looking at a bow, I mean, this is £60 to buy. You know, if it's something you know you're definitely going to take up, you know, this is £60, whereas something like the core silhouette or the core jet, you know, they're £70. So for an extra tenner, you're getting metal instead of wood. You know, but it all depends on your preference, what you like. And this is what I'm trying to get across to people, is that, you know, just because someone's using a Hoyt or someone's using a Win-Win or whatever make they're using, go with what you like, go with what you can afford. You know, and if after a period of time you get really into it and you really enjoy it, upgrade your bow. You know, stick your other one on eBay, someone will buy it that's just starting out like you did, you know. But as for this, as you can see, it's an all wooden setup, it's all carved nicely. You've got your arrow rest here, which is plastic. It's got plastic screw points, and then the limbs, it's got a plastic covering around. You know, you can fit your sights up here, just here. You know, they're a very nice bow if you're a beginner. You know, I'd shoot it. I have shot bows just like this when I first started out, and you know, they do the job. You know, I mean, £60. I'd rather pay £60 for this, then get one off Wish for 35 quid or whatever it is. That's no good for purpose. It's, you know, it's about this tall. You know, that's good for a child. You know, but yeah, let's bring this in a bit closer so you can have a look at the detail of it. There you go, look. This is where your sights go. This is, there's your arrow rest. As you can see, it's very nicely carved, very nicely sanded and finished. It's all smooth. This is where your stabilizer goes. And it's got those plastic bits there that I mentioned around where the limbs slot in, and that plastic there. Got the Bow Sport limbs, rated at £26 at 70 inch. Okay, look, and the other limb, there's the numbers. 70 inch, £26. You know, it's a very nice bow for a beginner, and overall, yeah, if I was starting out again, I'd buy it. I really would. It's so smooth to have, you know, it's got a nice weight to it. You know, you're holding it, right? But it's not too heavy. You know, it's got some lovely colours in it. The reds, obviously, you know, it's probably been painted or stained or whatever. But you know, it's a nice bow for someone just starting out. It's got the wooden limbs again, but you know, I mean, the new magnesium handle that I've got, you can't put the plastic arrow rests on them, because basically you need the spring. There's it basically got a spring with it, so it's spring loaded, so when the arrow passes through it, it springs it forward and then it springs it back out again for your next arrow. It's pretty much the same function as this. Is like you push it in, it'll go past and come back out again. But these don't go in far enough into the, for some reason, I don't know why, they don't go in far enough when you're shooting them on a magnesium handle. But yeah, you know, this is also set up so it can have a release catch on it as well, which is this little hole here. But for 60 quid for someone who's just starting out, I'd say you really can't go wrong. I'm going to be going to the club that I shoot with, not this Friday, next Friday, and I'm going to take this bow with me, and I'm going to take my usual bow with me, the Core Silhouette, and I'm going to take that and I'm going to shoot both, and you know, I'm going to give this a test out. And what I'll do is I'll try and get my dad to video me putting a few arrows down on this, so I can let you know in that video how it shoots. I am going to be trying to do a few more videos, but I've been really ill the last 11 days. I was in bed for 5 days. So, but yeah, I'm on the mend. So, you know, hopefully I won't have it again, because it's nasty. But again, I've got some new arrows coming that I'm going to be reviewing, some aluminium ones to go with the magnesium kit that I've got. So yeah, I'm going to be hoping to do a bit more indoor shooting as well, but obviously I've got to be careful when I'm at the club, because there's minors there that can't be put on camera, even though it's in a controlled environment, obviously for obvious reasons. But yeah, it's a nice little setup. It's inexpensive. I mean, 60 quid does sound a lot for you know, for people, but I mean, if you're doing it in stages, I mean, so say for argument's sake, you decide to go for this, or you go for the Core Jet or the Silhouette. I think the Silhouette is £65 now, and the Core Jet is £69.95. You know, so say you decide to buy this one, £60. So you buy this for £60. You can't afford to do it all in one go. That's fine. You know, a good bag like the bag I've got, you can pick them up for $34.50 now. Whereas when I got mine, it was quite an expensive bag. It was close to 50. You know, they're £34.50 now. So you get your bow and you get your bag. You know, then you get your other little bits like your sights. Then, you know, again, they've come down in price. Mine were £8.50. They're now £5.50. You know, you get your knocking arrow, inexpensive, a couple of quid. £5 max, I think they are. You know, then you decide, well, I want better limbs. Well, if for this style of bow, you're going to have to change your whole setup, because they've got the international, most limbs are international limbs. So these are you're going to be, you know, but you can change your poundage. Limbs are 30 quid, 35 quid. So you, as you're getting better, you can upgrade your kit, and, you know, but you don't have to do it all in one go. You know, you can just do it a little bit here and there, you know, save up. The biggest expense is going to be your bow, your arrows, and your bag. They're going to be your most expensive bits, you know. But you can go on, you know, if you haven't got such a long draw length like I have, I mean, you can go on, and you know what your draw length is. Obviously, you've got to make sure you get measured up first by someone who knows what they're doing on your draw length to know what you need, you know. But there are inexpensive options out there to buy arrows, you know, but I wouldn't buy them from places like Wish. You know, go to a shop. I mean, I've just paid £33 for a set of 6 of the ones that are coming to go with my magnesium setup, which I'm going to be reviewing, and they're called the Jazz Easterns. So they've been paid for today, and they should be here sometime next week, Thursday, Friday maybe, and then, you know, I'll do another video on them and show you them. But 33 quid, 6 arrows, and that's made up, and you can have any colour fletchlings you want on the end. I've gone for blue and orange, because that's the Wolves third kit colours, goalkeeper third kit colours this year. So that's what I've gone for. You know, there is inexpensive options out there, guys, and this is what, you know, what I want people to understand, that when you're getting into something like archery, it can be, oh wow, that's expensive, but when you break it down, I mean, this bow would last you for years. This handle would last you for years. You know, my Silhouette I've had for, I got it when Matthew was 3 and Matthew's now 6, so I've had it for 6 years, and it cost me $69.95. No, 3 years. I've had it for 3 years. It cost me $69.95. You know, so break that down over 3 years. That's what, call it 70 quid. £33 a year it's cost me. You know, I haven't done anything to it. I haven't upgraded any limbs or anything like that. The only thing I've changed is a string, a couple of strings. I've put a couple of strings on it. I tend to try and change them every year. You know, they're inexpensive as well, but you can buy them, you know, a couple at a time to shove them in your bag. There is ways, and if people want to talk to me about it, just drop me a message. You can find me on Facebook as well, Richard Tiny Lovett. You know, drop me a message. I am going to be setting up a Facebook group as well, not a page this time because that didn't work. So I'm going to be setting up a group as well for people to join in and ask questions, and on there will be me, my dad, and you know, between the two of us we've got a wealth of knowledge that we can point you in the right direction, or you know, give you some advice on where to go, what to do, who the right people to speak to regarding getting equipment and stuff like that. But yeah, for 60 quid, absolutely outstanding bow. I'd definitely use it, and yeah, it's a very nice little kit. I'm going to keep hold of this one for when Matthew gets a little bit older. So this one was an display model, and so I got it a little bit cheaper than what it retails at. So yeah, the only thing I had to do was pay. Actually, I didn't have to pay for the limbs; it was all included in the price. But yeah, you can get wildcats from pretty much every retailer. This one just happened to come from Bow Sports. You know, Wales Archery sell them, Quicks sell them, Merlin sell them, Bow Sports sell them. That's a new one for you, Quicks Archery. They're slightly more on the expensive side, but again, you know, it's an archery store, and I think, you know, personally, for me, I either go to Wales Archery or Bow Sports. Wales Archery happened to be the cheapest for the arrows I've just ordered. Bow Sports happened to be the cheapest for this. You know, because it was an X display, so it was on sale. So I picked it up on the cheap. You know, so I keep an eye on those two shops mainly because obviously they're the two closest to me as well. You know, but I'm 3 hours from each of them. So when I do a lot online, or if I'm going to the Wolverhampton or something, I pop into the store and see what they got. But yeah, so that's this. I've waffled on long enough, and so yeah, it's very nice. I'd definitely shoot it. I think I will be shooting it in a couple of weeks' time. But guys, any questions, drop them down in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe if you're new. You know, send it to your friends or kids if they think they're into archery, or they'd like to try archery. Also find a local club as well. There's loads of clubs, especially like now it's coming up to winter and the nights are drawing in. You know, there's not much to do outside, but there is the indoor shooting season's coming up, and there's loads of clubs that will meet to do a bit of archery, and a lot of them do open sessions as well, so it's like your first couple of sessions are free. So you turn up, it's absolutely free, you can borrow their equipment. They might charge you for the use of the equipment, but that's it, you know, and just give it a try. That's all all I got for this one. So anyway, take it easy guys, stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next one.